Alright everybody, I'm going to try to make a video to basically level up amps faster in Warframe. Hopefully I can get everything together in order with the audio and the video so it makes sense. I'm probably going to screw things up, but here we go. Alright, so I'm going to explain why Yareli is one of the best setups for this. There's not too much investment required, but you will want to get Gloom from Sevagoth in order to kind of optimize this particular setup. I'm going to go over everything on screen here. So this is the loadout I've got. The armor mod doesn't really matter, the arcanes don't really matter. The mods themselves are what's going to matter in this case. So we've got Transient Fortitude for strength, Fleeting Expertise for efficiency, Stretch for range, Archon Flow for energy. We've got the important mod, which is Loyal Merulina. We've got Boreal's Hatred for more efficiency. We've got Prime Continuity to bring the duration back up. Intensify for the ability strength. I've got 2 red shards. One is Tau Forge, one is just a regular red shard to make the strength an even 200%, just to make the video a little easier to understand. And you get a nice round even number at 200%. I have Sea Snares, which is going to be boosted at to 200%, more vulnerability. The reason for the efficiency is to make it so that Merulina can cast her Sea Snares really quickly. The cooldown is 0.5 seconds, so that's pretty fast. Gloom is able to slow enemies down by 70%. It's got a 23-meter range, which is good enough for the video. It can obviously increase the range if you get an Exilus slot and put a Drift mod there. So the nice thing about Gloom is that you can have Gloom active like a channeled ability, because it's channeled ability, so is Merulina's Guardian, so they can both be channeled while you're in your operator form. Matter I pulled up here. I've got most of the nodes unlocked. I still got a few more left to do, but it should be good enough for the video. And here are the mods I have for the Focus School. You don't necessarily need these, but it definitely makes it easier and faster. I know it's kind of a pain in the butt to get the Tower on Strike stuff, but this definitely helps. I'm using a 117 setup right now. It's pretty easy to get. I'm using Emergence Renewal for the regeneration, Magus Cadence just to move around faster, and Eternal Logistics on the amp itself for the efficiency. Obviously, it would go a little better if the Arcanes were maxed out, but they're not right now, so you can expect better results if you had Arcanes maxed out. So here I'm testing it in the Simulacrum against Drakkar Heavy Gunners because they have heavy armor and quite a bit of health. Also, it makes it a lot easier to see the damage numbers, and the enemies aren't fighting back, so I'm not having to jump around and dodge their shots, all that kind of thing. As you can see, the orbs are seeking out the enemies pretty rapidly. I tested this out in the Simulacrum with Void Snare using Bazarin Focus School. Obviously the damage is a lot less than using Madarai. Since I don't have the Bazarin Tauron Strike yet, I don't have any of the mods that Madarai has right now. But I was just testing it for the grouping to see if that really helped out at all. It doesn't seem to help very much in this case. Things might be a little bit out of sequence with audio and the video, and I try to get it all lined up, but the damage with Madarai is substantially higher than it is with the Vizarin School, obviously. This first test is on Terrorum in Mission. I do have Nautilus using Volcax right now to kind of keep the enemies at bay, so that is going to skew the results a little bit. I'm going to try and get some footage without Nautilus shooting at enemies, so I'm going to probably present that here in a minute. Okay, I'm here on the Akkad node on Ares, testing on a defensive mission, so I don't have to worry about the amount of life capsules remaining. It also makes it easier to keep track of the enemies, because they're just going to go towards the defense point. I'm doing infested tile sets just for the sake of the video, because it makes it easier to record, and I'm not being shot at by, Vernier, Corpus, any kind of shots like that. Also, it's easier to record here because I'm not having to focus on the amount of life support time remaining either, and I can just, go on to the next level after 3 waves. Also, while I'm here testing on the defensive node, I have the weapon disabled for Nautilus, so it's a little harder to keep up with the enemies going towards the defense node, but if you actually had Nautilus, shooting the enemies, it would definitely go a little smoother. Obviously, this is a fairly low investment build. Getting Yareli Prime isn't that hard, she's always on sale in the market. And as far as getting Sevagoth, he's not that hard to get. It's just some railjack missions. You can just tag along in Publix to get him. So the main reason for making this video is I wanted to make it easier to level up my amps, since I've got a bunch of amps I need to level up. And I didn't like the normal ways of doing it. I just wanted something that was relaxed and easy. And I hope this is easy and simple for people. And I think that's about it. Thanks for watching.